fantastic week so far. I know I have. And if it looks like I'm Santa Claus or maybe, had a little too much, my nose is turning red, it is simply um, the fault of the sun, Mr. Sunshine. Hang on a minute. I just want to get over here and take a look and make sure that we are on. I'm 100% sure that we're on, but I always like to do that. It's sort of a habit I get into, watching and make sure that my live stream is actually going live. So welcome. I hope that we have an audience tonight because I am a half hour late. I did post in the community area that we are going to be starting at 8:30. So welcome everyone as you come in, sign in, say hello, let us know who's here. So it has been just beautiful down here this week. And ever since, oh gosh, I would say Thursday, I have just been out and about and in the sun and on the beach. I went to a new beach, and well, it's not a new beach, but it's a beach I've never been to. I've lived here now 4 years, and I went to a new beach. I'll be making a video of that shortly, and so I got an awful lot of sun. And then I was out in the Corvette, and as you know, well, maybe you don't know, but it's a convertible, so I had the top down for the past 3 or 4 days. So I've just been getting a whole lot of sun. And I'm looking at myself, oh, look, I don't have a neck anymore. So that's pretty good. The progress on the weight loss has slowed down just a little bit. Hey, Irving. And I'm down 32, a little over 32 pounds. So I've done a little backsliding, a little cheating. I really shouldn't do that. Maybe when this is all over, I will tell you exactly what it is I'm doing on this health. I almost said a weight loss journey, but it really is not a weight loss journey. It is a health journey. I have completely changed my lifestyle. What's to drink tonight? Pure, refreshing water. Um, and not only that, it is natural spring water. So, one thing we've already discussed, with the exception of my trip to Texas, when I went to that tiki bar, I had one cocktail. Other than that, that's been one cocktail since January 30th, I think it was. So that's going to be going on 2.5 months. This will be the third month. We had February, March, and now April. And so what else is in store for us? Well, end of the month. It is confirmed I am going to be doing a cross-country trip. Not cross-country east to west, but cross-country north and south, starting in the south. I'm almost as far south as you can get, and not leaving civilization. So, I'm way down here on the Gulf side, right before you hit the Everglades. So I'm going to go all the way. And how far north? I am going to be leaving the country. I'm going to go all the way up to Canada. So I have not yet planned the trip. I mean, I know I'm going, but I haven't planned all the stops that I'll be making along the way. I know I'm going to be following pretty much the East Coast. So I'll be going through, um, Georgia, the Carolinas, up in that direction. So if you know of anything that you would think would be interesting and I should stop at, let me know because I have some ideas, but I haven't really formulated the whole trip. But I'm really looking forward to that. And I haven't forgotten about my cross country journey on Amtrak either. That's going to be an expensive one. That is going to be a loss leader. Absolutely. There's no way that even monetizing whatever videos I do on that trip are going to pay for the trip because it's going to be like $1,000 ticket plus, another, I don't know, $300 to fly back home. But it should be a lot of fun. And so I am looking forward to it. So that's kind of a little bit of what's on the horizon. All right, so the title of tonight's live stream was, does Amazon really think they're getting away with this? If you're wondering what I'm talking about, if you watched my shorts, I don't know if you watch, that doesn't sound good, does it? I'm not talking about my undergarments. I'm talking about the short videos here on YouTube. And if you watch any of the shorts, I talked about this today in a very, very short. But it's so bizarre what some of these companies think they can get away with. And with Amazon, this one is total posturing. It is, it's just crazy. And now let me show you what I mean. So I got this package from Amazon today, okay? And you open it up, and it says here, made with less material. Ooh, well, I guess they're saving the planet, aren't they? What do they mean when they say made with less materials? Here is what they mean. You see at the bottom of the box that seam? So what Amazon does is they make their boxes so the flaps don't come together, both on the bottom and on the top. So when these things go together, it's the tape that covers that up. So if we actually measure that, and we're going to do a little math here today because there's something that's going to be really interesting here. All right, so that gap is, oh gosh, it's not even a 1/4 inch. Um, well, yeah, let's say it's a 1/4 inch. All right, so that gap is a 1/4 inch, and this box is, if we measure the length of it, this box is 18 inches long. Okay, so 18 divided by 4 is about 4.5. That's not about 4.5, it's 4.5. So what they're saving in cardboard by making that gap, 4.5 square inches. Then, so it's about that big. That's about how much pieces of cardboard they're saving. Then you have to decide, well, how many square inches is this box? I don't know. I'm not going to measure this box and do the math, but we could. But then you have to figure, so how many square inches is this box? Divide that by the 4.5, and it'll tell you how many of these boxes they would have to manufacture before they get one extra box by saving that gap. I'm going to guess it's something like 20 boxes would be my guess. So for every 20 boxes, they get one free, right? Uh, their savings in that little bit is giving them one extra box. Or you can say, well, they are, saving the trees or whatever kind of thing with their social posturing, right? So first of all, I already gave you a hint of what's really going on. Number one, for every 20 boxes, they're saving one, right? So what is that? Like 5%, well, 20 is 5. Yeah, so maybe it's it's a small number. My math is failing me right now, but it's a ratio of 20 to 1, or yeah, that would be so they're saving about 5% on boxes, which might be substantial for their pocketbook. But here is the thing, and here's where I'm gonna call their bluff. Okay, so they have this box. Let me show you what came in this box. This came in this box, and this came in this box. That's what came in this box. Now I could stack these on top of each other and fit them in the box. So it's really, that's what came in the box. Look at all that wasted space. So what do you suppose they filled that wasted space with? That's right, paper. They had crumbled up craft paper. Hey, Lisa. So they had, something just fell here. So they had crumbled up, uh, yeah, it said sunburn here if you're just arriving. We already talked about it, but yeah, I've been out in the sun. So whatever they made up in savings on that box, why not just make a little tiny box? Wouldn't that be better to make a little tiny box and send these two things in it? And if any of you ever order from Amazon, you know it's not unusual for them to have a box inside a box. Oftentimes a cardboard box like this sitting inside another cardboard box. Now this, I could understand, packaging this in another box, but couldn't it just be a box like this size? So here they're pretending that they're you know, saving and being such good stewards of the planet. And it's a bunch of BS. There, I just think that is so bizarre and so wild. Now, are you wondering what's inside this box? Hmm. Yeah, I'll tell you what's inside the box. But first, I have to read the comments here. So Irving said that hello, and it's interesting that they do that. So it's rideshare source driver asked about the sunset. Yeah, it's been so beautiful down here. When I say beautiful, I mean it's been dry, it's been cool, perfect convertible weather, perfect beach weather. It's just been great. So I've been enjoying the outdoors. Thought he missed 29 minutes, but only 9 minutes. Yeah, we started a little late today. So I wonder if Amazon puts TV in a double fridge box. Yeah, really. It's just so wild that they do this. And it wouldn't be bad if they did it, but I think whenever people do something like this and then brag about it, that's when you know that it's not legitimate, right? There's something else behind it. I think truly um, magnanimous people, they don't have to draw attention to their good deeds, right? And I think when they do this, and I mean, they don't just draw attention in a little way. They actually make sure when you are opening this up, I know it's backwards to you, but it says made with less material. And then they don't go on to say how they waste, waste that material. I just think it's funny. I'm not calling them out because, I'm being a social warrior or anything like that. I just find it really amusing how these companies operate. So, um, Jeff Bezos is writing off the box volume as an expense. I wonder if they could do that. I wonder if he can do that. If he can say, he's doing such good for the world. Didn't he do something once like he had a giant boat built and then they had to like cut out part of a coral reef or something to get his boat in? Does that sound familiar? Anyway, so I did something really stupid today. I know you're thinking, oh no, Mark, not you. You couldn't do something stupid, but I did. A couple weeks ago, I bought a Powerball ticket and I didn't win, unfortunately. But you know what I didn't do? Oh, I don't have my Bigfoot growler here. So I have it, but it's back there. It's on the shelf back there, and I'm not going to go get it. So where was I? See, I interrupt myself. Um, I forgot where I was heading. This whole story. Oh well. Um, I think the Windows guy has electric yachts. I forgot his name. Um, Gates, Bill Gates. Is that who you're talking about? Someone remind me of what story I started, and then I just lost my train of thought. My train got completely derailed when I started thinking. I got so excited thinking about Bigfoot. So anyway, um, lottery ticket. There we were. So I bought a lottery ticket a couple weeks ago, and unfortunately, I didn't hit the lottery, but I did hit the Powerball, and that's good for $4. So yesterday, I went and I cashed a ticket in, and I just bought two more tickets with it. Put the ticket in my pocket. Want to guess what happened? Yes, I don't think you can hear it, but the dryer is going right now. As soon as I took that shirt out of the wash machine, I looked and there was my lottery ticket just in shreds. So now, if my wife were still here, my wife always checked the pockets, and I'm such a dunce, though. So if I hear that this week's Powerball was won by someone who purchased it on Marco Island at the Publix and it goes unclaimed, I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess we could look at the time and then look at the timestamp of their camera and they could see that I really did go up and purchase a ticket and we could probably fight it in court. But you know that Powerball wouldn't go for that, would it? Oh well. What are you gonna do, right? Lisa said, oops. Order a TV for research purposes. Okay, what is your drink today? See, you got to get here on time and you'd know. I shouldn't talk so such a smart aleck. People take time out of their day to come and watch this. Now, I'm going to make a smart remark. No, I'm just drinking water. I have, I don't know if I'm going to be a teetotaler for life, but part of my new healthy lifestyle, and I think it's really paying off. And like I said, I'm really seeing it. My neck is tightened up, and I lost all that triple chin, and my jawline is tighter, and my neck is, and my jowls are tightening up now, and I don't know. I think it's not just about looks and appearance. It's also about health. I dropping 30, 35 pounds can only be good for my heart and blood pressure and everything else, right? But anyway, so with the exception of that one backslide, that cocktail I had in Austin, I've not had a drink in 2.5 months. So let's hope that we keep going in that direction. What's the picture on my shirt? I don't know. It's a palm. It's a palm tree and some palm leaves, and it says Orlando. Okay, um, something about paradise. The vacation paradise Orlando. And with me, it's not a vacation. Well, it is because I don't live in Orlando, but it's a 3.5 hour drive for me. Would you call that? Yeah, I'll call that a vacation if I'm 3.5 hours from home, right? So that's what the t-shirt says. I haven't been able to wear this t-shirt in years because I was, the Goodyear blimp. So when I used to work as a housekeeper, the U.S. dollars can wash and dry. Well, yes, you can do that with money. They call that money laundering. Yes, I had to say that with a straight face because it's such a terrible joke. But money can go through the wash because it's basically fabric. But unfortunately, lottery tickets don't. You know, it's really a shame that they don't make lottery tickets out of something that's sturdier. I've never had a bubble tea, and I don't know what the bubble are. Did I say a bubble tea? I don't think I said a bubble tea. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like something I would say. I think you're gonna have to rewind it because I don't know what a bubble tea is either. So anyway, that's all I got for this week. I already talked about um, the future, and what was the last video? Well, we are going to be having the beach one, and I think I'm going to do the beach one whenever I do visits like that. I find that the ones that actually do better and people seem to enjoy more is when I don't do all my inane commentary and I just put music behind it and then, visit. That seems to um, people seem to like that, or maybe it's just the variety. I don't know. So I think I'm going to do the new beach that I visited. I have to be careful how I say that. I don't want people to think I went to a nude beach. It's a new beach, a new beach for me. Beach has been around forever. Probably been around for as long as Florida's been around, right? So anyway, um, that's pretty much it. I have some ideas for the coming weeks. You'll see some content up, but 2 weeks from now, another road trip. So I will be heading way, way north. And again, I'm going to ask if you have any ideas at all of something, kind of track it, see what when you start down here on Marco Island, and then head all the way up to Ottawa, Canada, crossing over in New York. If you know of any interesting sites or tourist attractions or anything that you would like to see, would like me to visit, I can't guarantee, but put it in the comments and I will certainly consider it. So, well, it was a short one today, but I hope that we kept it flowing and we kept it interesting. So, as always, I do appreciate your time. And please, if you haven't already, give me that thumbs up down below. And if you're visiting later, thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell icon. You know the routine. So thanks for joining me, everyone. My heart goes out to all of you. I hope that you have a fantastic week. And I'll see you next Sunday on the Average Meat Channel.